Greetings everybody and welcome back to Pantropy. So in the last episode we went out and we managed to finally get ourselves some more research, and we built these lovely oil reactors, and we also got ourselves this laser smelting furnace, which I happened to put the wrong way around, so you kind of only see the back of it, but that is not the point. We've also off camera I've also gone ahead and got a ton of resources. So last time we only had a few of these storage crates. I made a load more of them because off camera I've got a lot of resources, just so that we don't have to worry so much about going out and mining stuff during episodes. I mean, I kind of don't want to have to worry about that while I'm on camera, so I thought if I just do a load of this off camera, I literally just went out and mined a ton. I also went to the middle of the map and I got this stuff here, which is Pantronite dust, and this can be found in Pantronite deposits, which are scattered around the alien citadel or in alien structures and bodies. By adding 4 Pantronite dust into the centrifuge, you'll get 1 piece of refined Pantronite. So there is another structure we have to make then called the centrifuge, so that's going to be something that we're going to have to do. But what I want to do in this episode, guys, is see if we can actually help out our faction a little bit. Now, I want to go and see if I can make a load of cool stuff. Now, in the crafter here, you'll see that I have got a ton of stuff here. So I've got a ton of these floors. I've also got a load of walls here. I got some windows. I just made sure I pretty much got loads of everything so that we can use. I've got some solid foundations, some ramps. I got all kinds of stuff. Some doors. I've got 7 of these doorways as well, so I might need a couple more doors. I got a massive gate, and then I built a few more of these, like some rounded corners. I got loads of cool stuff here, and I've also got some perimeter walls. So all this stuff essentially is what I want to use to actually start building another outpost. Now, what I was thinking of doing is to support our faction. It seems that I'm pretty into all the mining and processing of ore stuff, as you can probably tell. So I thought, why don't we go ahead and find an area and make ourselves an area that's just dedicated to mining. So we can have like a fenced off area with loads of these mining drills, and we can go ahead and get that done. So let's go and see what the mining station takes, and then I'm going to craft, I think I want about 10 of these, if I can get them. So let's just go and find, let's go station. There we go, mining station, here we go. So we've got advanced mining station. So that's going to take, each one takes 4,500 iron, which is not, it's not too bad, to be fair. So I might start with 5 of these things and then work from there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some of this stuff here. So we need a bit of titanium. We're gonna need a few of those, I think. Then we're gonna need a load of forged iron, which is in this one, or pig iron as it's called in this game. So let's go ahead and get a few of those. I had to probably craft these 2 at a time, which is absolutely fine. And what was the other thing I needed here in my crafting? So I needed some uranium, and I also needed some copper. Now copper we do have a ton of as well. We've actually got a good amount of copper here, so I'll get a couple of those, and then I think I need a bit more than that. It does take quite a bit to actually set these up, but that's fine. So we can go ahead and get some uranium from here. So as you can see, I got a little bit here. It doesn't take much uranium to set them up, but it's enough, right? So now we can go ahead and do some crafting here, and I'm going to get myself an advanced mining station, or a couple of them. So I think I've got everything I need. Craft now. Let's do it. So advanced mining station. We can probably get another one of these if I get, what am I short on here now? I'm short on copper, so it looks like copper is our shortage. So I want to make sure I'm getting plenty of this and turning these into advanced mining stations, because this way we can go ahead and help our faction, which is going to be really awesome. So let's go ahead and craft another one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's craft a second one. So craft now. Now we are short on copper and more iron, so let's go. It is pretty expensive in terms of the copper and iron, but we should have enough to see us through here. So let's get like 8 copper out of here, and then we can go ahead and get some iron out of here. So let's go and get a load of this. Here we go. So now we should be able to make a third one. So we can craft a few of these up, which I think is going to be cool, and then we're short on a little bit more iron here, so let's go ahead and get a couple more. And then we can craft a 4th one. There you go. So that's at least 4. That'll be good to get us started. Eventually, I'm going to want a lot more room, but that should be pretty good to go ahead and get us started. So I still need. So yeah, it takes 3,200 copper. So it's kind of expensive in terms of copper. But the thing is, copper is one of my more abundant resources, so I'm not too worried about it. And to be fair, once we get a load of these set up, it's going to be so trivial to get all these resources back. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this. So let's go ahead and make another. If I can make another 2, I'd be happy with that. Let's go and see if we can do it. So crafting, we can get another one. So now I'm short on titanium. So it doesn't take much titanium. which I'm kind of surprised about. I thought it'd take some more titanium, but we're going to get a little bit more of that, and then we'll get a little bit more of this. And the other thing is, if I really need more iron, I can go ahead and just get some. But I should have given myself enough to get at least a few of these done. So that should give me in total about 6 of these things. You know what? I'm gonna go for 8 of them. If I go for 8 of them, that'd be a good start, right? So we can go for 2 more. So that's gonna be pretty much another 9,000 iron. So iron I might have to go out and get again. To be fair, I've got quite a lot here. So let's go ahead and get that amount of iron. Can I now craft another one? So it's more so the inventory management side of things is making it a bit more difficult. So let's go ahead and drop the titanium in there, and let's get a bit of copper here. Now I should be able to. If I just hit C, actually, that'll get me there. Okay, I'm slightly short on iron actually. Okay, what I can do, let me put away some of this. Actually, I can stack these together. There we go. Then I can get the copper out that I want. There you go. So yeah, it's resource management is a little bit of a problem, but there you go. Let's go ahead and craft that, because when it takes so much, it's almost like they need higher stack sizes to actually make this work. But I can add it into my hotbar, I think, and then still count it in the crafting. There you go. So we can get another advanced mining station there, and I think we can get one more. And that should make me 8 advanced mining stations in total, I think. So I should have 7. There we go. And this last one will make me 8, and that is all cool. So that's that done. The other thing I want to do is, now that we've got the Pantronite stuff, we could go ahead and see if we can craft a T3 mech, because that's going to be pretty awesome as well to get our stuff transported. So let's go into crafting, and let's just type mech and see what that takes. So I want to get a proper T3 one if we can, because we've unlocked that recipe, so we may as well see if we can get it, right? So the T3 mech is almost like a spider type one. So this requires Pantronite ingots. Okay, so that just requires condensed Pantronite, and I think that is made in the centrifuge, right? So condensed Pantronite, smelting refined Pantronite in the laser smelter. So the first thing we need to do then is get ourselves a centrifuge, because that's the way that we get this thing working. So let's go ahead and do centrifuge. And what do we need for this? We need a bit of graphite and a bit of gold. Okay, that's something that's pretty trivial to get. So I've got a bit of graphite in here, and we can get a bit of gold from this guy here. Then we should be able to make ourselves a centrifuge. So I should get used to pressing the C key for crafting these things. So that should be enough. I could probably get a couple of these. You know what, I'll get a couple of these things, and then we can get ourselves a T3 mech. This is going to be awesome when we get this all together, because I'm looking forward to seeing how Pantronite is processed. I don't know if there's any other stuff we can chuck in the centrifuges, but it's going to be pretty cool. So does it say? Doesn't say how much it takes. So let's go and see. Is this a big structure, or is it kinda small? Let's have a look. Let's get the right thing. It's actually kind of small. It's not a big structure, so I guess we could put it by this laser smelter here. Let's go G, and then we should probably put it. Where do we want to put it? We should probably put it there. There we go. So here is our centrifuge. Let this thing build up. There we go. So we put stuff in here, and then it comes out from the output. So I guess we just have to go ahead and grab the Pantronite dust in here, and then we go ahead and chuck it in the centrifuge. And I guess that just works. It doesn't seem... Does it require power? Okay, it does require power, but I'm not sure how much it requires. Okay, so what's this giving me here? So when I put this in here, it's taking 4 of these, and we are now getting refined Pantronite. Okay, so it does actually take quite a lot of this stuff to go, but this will actually quadruple again into what we want. So what we can do is go ahead and put this stuff like this, and we should hopefully get a good amount of it coming out of here. It's kind of slow to work. I don't know if we'll get like multiple if we do this. Let's have a look, see if this makes it more so. I don't think it does. I think we just have to do... I think this literally will do one at a time. So yeah, 2 centrifuges is going to be the way to go, I think, with this, just to make it a little bit faster. So I don't know if there's any other things we can put in here, but there might be. Let's go G here. Okay, I can't put it in that bit there for some reason. I guess it's because it's between... Hang on, if I rotate it, can I do it that way? No. Okay, so for some reason I can't put it in the cracks there for some reason. I don't know why it can't go there, but it can go there. Maybe because of that thing there, I don't know. Or because it's part way in the wall. So let's go ahead and just put it there. There we go, so another centrifuge here. I don't know if there's anything else that you can put in here. Let's have a look. Let's try some other like raw materials. Maybe coal. Maybe we can put some coal in here. I don't know if this will produce anything. Let's have a look. Does coal do anything? No. I think it might just be this. How about graphite? Does that do anything? No. Okay, I'm just interested to see what else can go in here, but I think it is literally just for Pantronite, which is fine. Yeah, I think that's what it's for. I could try Feldspar as well. I don't know if that'll give me anything. Let's try it. We'll just try it. If not, then we know it's just used for. Yeah, it doesn't give me anything. So literally, it's Pantronite is the way to go. So this does take a little while, but at least now I know that we can't stack this and make it run faster like the laser smelters, which is fine. So we'll go ahead and just stack these back up again. There we go. So we can leave, I'd say, a stack and a half in there, and then we'll have pretty much about there we go, a stack and a quarter here. Then we'll have another stack and a quarter in this one, and then we should over time. So it takes 4 and turns to 1, which is fine. So then we can go ahead and grab this stuff, and we can put it inside the laser smelter, and I think that will give us. Does that quadruple it? Let's see. Oh, it's not powered. Uh-oh, hang on. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What is this giving me? So you get this by refining 4 pieces of Pantronite. By adding 4 refined Pantronite into the centrifuge, you'll get 1 piece of condensed. Ah, I see. So we have to. Oh, I see. So this actually, now that we've got this together, what we have to do. So this centrifuge now has to condense the Pantronite into its other variant. So now if we put this up here, there we go. So this is going to then condense it into condensed Pantronite. Okay, so this is actually kind of expensive and kind of a slow process as well. So that's fine. We can go ahead and just let this run, and then we can just put the Pantronite in there as we need to. So yeah, essentially this is going to get into the condensed Pantronite, and then we can take this stuff, I believe, and then put it into the laser smelter, and then that should then go ahead and give us 4 Pantronite ingots. Okay, so the T3 mech, how much does that actually take in terms of getting what we need? So if I just type in mech here again, so the T3 mech in total, because we made a T2, but I want to see a T3. So it's 250, and then it takes 25,000 titanium. Now, that's the other thing. Do we have 25k titanium? Before I actually go in and invest in this, do we have 25k? We've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, just about 25k once we add all this stuff together. So that should be doable, actually. If we, as long as we work with this, it should be doable. So we can go ahead and grab this stuff and apply it to this guy, and then he can refine. So essentially, whatever we harvest in Pantronite, we then pretty much have to half to get back what we would have usually. But there we go. So we've got 28 of these Pantronite ingots. I don't know if they're using anything else, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So we have to go ahead and do that. Now, the other thing I did was actually made myself a player light, and you can put this on your character. It's a little bit bright, but if we go out here now, you can see that I'm no longer running around blindly in the dark. Hooray! So I can actually go ahead and see where I'm going. So that's going to be good for when we're traveling at night. So that makes things a lot easier. And I figured out the mech also has a light as well. You just had to press the L key. I was an idiot and press the F key. But if you get in the mech and press the L key, you'll see that the mech also has a light as well. Now, the light, for some reason, doesn't turn. I don't think the light turns when your mech is deactivated, but when it's activated, it will go ahead and update. So there we go. You can see that the mech also has a light of its own, which is really, really cool. So now now we have that. That is all good. So let's go ahead and drop out of here. So, while we're waiting for some of that Pantronite stuff to condense, there was a couple of research things that I wanted to use as well. Let's just go and turn this light up here. So there was a couple of research things I got. So I've got a whole box here dedicated to research, and this is basically going to be for my clan. So anyone from my clan will have access to this, and they can go ahead and just, learn recipes. I'm making sure to try and unlock ones that I already know so that other people can learn them, because I know a lot of people don't have time to, go out and find it. So yeah, just doing the research is what I can do for them. So in this, we have a mech shield module, and we also have a scout mech rocket launcher. So I think I want to try the mech shield module. Can we get it? Yes, we did. Nice. So that's the mech shield module done. Okay, let's have a look in this one, because there was a few I wanted to learn in here. This gives me a rocket launcher pod, or we can get a 30mm cannon. Which one do I want? Well, this is a 100% chance, so I'm going to learn this one. There you go. So you got a 30mm cannon, which is pretty cool, so we can use that as some form of defense. And lastly, in this one, we had access to the LMG turret. Did we get it? We did. Nice. So now we can actually get ourselves a few extra recipes as well. So I think in terms of the actual research, there we go, let's just learn these things. There we go. So I think in terms of the actual research that we need to do, there's not really that much left that we need to do, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, this stuff takes a long time to condense up. I'm thinking I might just want to build more centrifuges. I mean, Maybe I should just build more. Now, the one thing I want to test, actually, is can I do 2 operations in 1 centrifuge? So, for example, can I take these and put it here? Let me see. I just want to see if I can do this, or if it'll only do 1 at a time. I think it literally will only work 1 at a time. So, let's go ahead and build ourselves some more centrifuges to make this process go a little bit faster, because it's a little bit slow, so I want to go ahead and see if I can do that. So we're going to go ahead and do centrifuges. Right, what are we short on here? We are short on titanium and graphite, so let's go ahead and get a bit of each of those. So titanium, and let's go ahead and get some graphite as well. So here we go. Now, what I think I'll do is I'll make 5 of these in total. So then 4 of them can be doing the raw stuff, and then 1 of them can then be doing the condensed. So that should work pretty well, actually. So let's go crafting, centrifuge, craft. So we need 3 of these total. If I can. Oh, I'm short on more titanium. Okay, so that should take a little bit of titanium to do, which is fine. So then we can add 3 to this queue in total, and then we should have all of our centrifuges here. And once those centrifuges are made, we'll go ahead and lay these guys down. And this should speed up the entire crafting process, well, by 4 times, right? So, should be handy. So I'm guessing... Okay, it can go there. This is really odd. So it can go there. Oh, is this where the little hole is? Yeah, that's where the little hole is in my base. So yeah, I no wonder it can't go there. So we'll have one here. We will then get another centrifuge, and we will go ahead and stick him here. And we should have one last centrifuge right there, and we'll go ahead and stick him there. There we go. So there's another few centrifuges all built. There we go. So now we have 3 of these. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go ahead and take the stuff. We're going to take this stuff out if we can. Okay, I'm actually really full on inventory here. So let's go ahead and put this stuff together. Then we can probably... We need to move this somewhere. We need to move this somewhere, but yeah. What we'll do, we'll end up dividing this between these 4. So we're going to go ahead and do 1 lot, and then we'll do 2 lots in this one. So this way it can go essentially twice as fast, right? So we'll go ahead and do that. Or 4 times, well, 4 times as fast actually, because we got to do 2 stages of centrifuging to make this work. There we go. So we can kind of do this bit by bit, and then we get 1 here. So essentially now that'll take 4, turn it into 1. So yeah, I might need to go out and mine some more Pantronite, which is fine. If we need to, we can go and do that. That's not a problem. So let's go ahead and do another 1 in there. Then we can do another bit in there. There you go. So if we can, you know, divide this up properly, we should be all good. So let's go ahead and get another 1 in there, and that will make the whole process go a little bit faster when we're trying to centrifuge this. There we go. So that can go in here, and then all of the stuff from these guys we can then take out and move into the second centrifuge. So that'll essentially allow me to conduct this whole process a little bit more effectively. There we go. And then all this stuff can then sit in this guy. And then we can go ahead and take this guy out here. There we go. So I guess I'll divide this guy up into equal stacks as well. So 48 into there. There we go. So yeah, 2 stages of centrifuging is required, but that's okay. It's not a problem. This is why we did a lot of mining off camera. So I think I should have enough Pantronite to make what I want. It's mainly, in this case, it's actually mainly the titanium that is going to be the problem. But there we go. So we got 23 more of those, and then we can go ahead to the laser smelter, and we can put all these guys in. And this will give me, it still will give me 4 times as much, which is great. So we can go ahead and just divide this all up, and that should be enough. Ooh. Are we low on power? Okay, I think we might be low on power. I might get my coal generators running a bit as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get our coal gens running. So we can go ahead and put you in there, and we can put you in there. So there we go. So I think we're going to need all our power running for this thing to run. There we go. Now it's all running. Good. So now these guys are all running. I now have 100 of these Pantronites. So we need a few more to make the next little mech. It's probably going to be morning by the time I've got this all set up. So I think what I'll do is let me go ahead and refine all this into the Pantronite that I want to get. And then once I got the ingots, we can go ahead and make ourselves a T3 mech, and we can lay this baby down and see what it's all about. So let me go ahead and deal with this, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty guys, I am back, and we finally have enough of the Pantronite ingots to craft ourselves, finally, this T3 mech. So let's go ahead and do this. So the T3 can also use the stuff in the crafting station as well. So if you have stuff in the crafting station, it will count towards the stuff, so you don't have to have it all in your inventory, which is really handy. So if I go ahead and say craft now, that's probably going to nick it all from the crafting station. And yeah, the T3 mech is going to take quite a while, but that's going to pretty much take all my resources that I ever owned. So now my titanium stock is like nothing. So I have like no titanium. I have 811 titanium and actually a little bit more here. So I have a little bit, but not much. So I need to kind of, I don't know, get some more of that stuff going. Now I had to turn one of these centrifuges off as well because I figured out that it was actually the centrifuges draining my power, which was kind of sucky, but there we go. And let's just go ahead and sort this gold out here so it smelts up a little bit quicker. So if you halve the stacks like this, if you right click and halve the stacks, you can actually smelt up your gold or whatever, or you're smelting currently at the time a little bit faster, which is really nice. So I guess I will stick my refined Pantronite ingots in here. I don't really need those at the moment. I will probably need to go and do this. This will give me another 2k titanium, so it's not so bad. And I can, once I get my drill set up as well, that will also, wrong thing, that will also go ahead and give me all the stuff that I need as well. So the other thing is, I've figured out you can put it in the output slots as well, and you'll see that in a minute it actually gives me extra titanium, even if it's in the output slot. I don't get why that happens, but still, that's fine. I don't mind that. If it's going to give me, if it's going to allow me to smelt faster, then I don't really mind. So we can go ahead and use that for the titanium. So how's this thingy doing? Oh, is it done? Is it done? It is! There we go, guys. We have ourselves a T3 mech. Right, I think this guy's going to be pretty big. Whoa, Nelly, this guy's big. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way out here. Oh man, look at the size of this thing. This is, yeah, no wonder it costs so much titanium. This is a monster mech. Okay, let's go. Right, where do I want to lay this thing? Oh my god. Okay, I guess just right here for now. So that's going to be where the thing gets constructed. So hopefully this thing isn't going to take too long to make. This mech is bigger than my base. This is hilarious. Yeah, this mech is actually, I think, is actually bigger than my base. That is hilarious. But what I'm hoping is this mech will actually be able to serve as a transport and be able to, you know, carry most of my stuff. So the other thing I should do is probably go ahead and get myself a load of these energy cells. So there's a couple of cells that we can get. If I just type double L, because when you press E, sometimes it'll just like take you out. So heavy duty energy cell, this is what we need. So I probably need quite a bit of this. Now, unfortunately, it does cost me more titanium. Oh no! But we should be able to get some of this stuff to go. So let's go ahead and get some more titanium from here. We should actually have some in here ready to go. So yeah, we can go ahead and just half those stacks in here, and that should make it smelt up really quickly as well. So that's always handy. Just knowing that has saved me so much time smelting, because I can literally do this and smelt it up quickly. I've also gone ahead and got myself the T3 mining tool, as I said before, so that is also making mining go a lot quicker as well. That is really nice to have. But yeah, look at that. Now I get like 88 titanium per thing, which is really nice. So I can just go ahead and just man this, get a little bit of extra titanium. And then we should be able to craft ourselves a few of these heavy-duty energy cells, which is going to be really cool. So, let us go in here, and let's get these heavy-duty energy cells. So, I can go ahead and add that to my queue. And then I don't know how many the mech is going to take, but I'm going to need these for the drill anyway, so I'm going to get as many of these crafting as I possibly can. So, 13, 14, 15, 16. Can I get around 16? There we go. So it's slowly but surely taking more. So I can get 17, I'm sure, on graphite. Okay, let's go and get some more graphite, because then I can go ahead and craft this up, and that should be all good. So let's go ahead and do that. So we got 17, so that's now 16. So I need a multiple of 4 minus 1. So I guess that would do. Yeah, that'll do. So 27. And then we can get some of these extra strength energy cells coming in here. Let's actually take the titanium and graphite out of here as well, because we're going to need to power our mech somehow, right? So we need to, you know, we need to have these energy cells going so that we can actually power the mech properly. Because otherwise, I don't know. He might. I reckon this mech is going to require like probably at a minimum the tier 2 energy cells, but the extra strength ones should be a little bit better. So there we go. So you can see I've still got. Even despite all that stuff, you know, I've still got plenty of resources to make more things with it if I need to. Gold is good. I might make myself an energy storage module at some point as well. That could potentially be really handy. So let's go ahead and chuck the copper in here. And my now much depleted stock of titanium is also here as well. Okay, it's our mech build. I want to see. Oh baby, look at this thing. Oh man. Okay, let's just have a look at how do I get in this thing? Where do I look to get in? I don't even know. Hang on. There must be a way in here. Hang on. Do I have to come to the back of it? Okay. It's kind of around the side here. Okay, so we got to go under this thing. Okay, we got to come like right under it. So set a new password. Okay, so I will just go this. There we go. Set the password. There we go. So then I can press E to get in. Okay, so I'm not actually seeing the mech's model. So yeah, the odd thing is you don't actually see the mech model. It looks kind of a bit odd, but let's go into the storage as well. How much storage space this thing got? Surprisingly, not that much. I was hoping it would have more storage space, but there you go. So what can it take? What's the benefit of a T3? I guess the benefit of a T3 is that it can just hold a lot more stuff in terms of energy. So it can have up to 4 tech modules. Okay, so what else have we got? Up torso. Okay, so it can have armor. And then leg armor. Okay, so essentially it can just have armor. I'm assuming this thing just has a lot more health than your average everyday mech. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Other than that, I'm not really sure what it's saying. But yeah, it seems like it's got plenty of health. We just need to... now I've seen that it doesn't have that much storage. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping something that big would have more storage. But I guess we can attach like more powerful things onto it as well. Man, that thing is so big though. That is awesome. Okay, so we can keep our T3 mech, but I think maybe for practicality we'll get a T2 mech as well. The T1 mech is I don't know. Maybe the T3 mech is really quick. That's the other thing. Maybe it's really fast. I don't know. But the other thing I need to do is start charging these cells as well. So lots of these cells to be charged. So let's go ahead and add these guys in here. And then we can go ahead and add these guys in here. Now, these do actually charge up relatively quickly, so we shouldn't have too much to worry about when trying to charge these things. I'll probably put a couple of these energy cells in the mech itself just to see what it's like. So let's go ahead and just put this one in. It's only got like 1,000 kilowatts to charge, but that's okay. We can put this in the mech just to see. I just want to see how fast this thing goes. I don't know if it goes really fast or if it's a really slow... It's either going to be a really fast one or it's going to be a really slow kind of tanky one. And I'm kind of feeling it's the latter. I know the tier 2 was actually faster, but let's go and see. So let's activate this thing. There we go. So, okay, the problem is I cannot turn this thing. Okay. So, how fast is this thing? Seems like it's the same speed as a... Seems like it's the same speed as a T2, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's not seeming that much faster. So I think what we'll do, we'll keep our T3. I'm just a little bit disappointed with the amount of space that it happens to not have. But this would be good for like a war mech. I'd say this is going to be our war mech. So if we need to go to war, this is the thing we hop in. So for now, we're going to come and get out of this thingy, and let's go and deactivate it as well. Okay, so overall cool, but I wish it had more storage space. For a T3 and for something that size, I feel it should have more storage. It should be one of those mechs that is like, it can carry more ammo like the T2. But yeah, I think overall it kind of feels like a little bit of a waste of that much titanium. Yeah, but that's okay. We've made it now, and I wanted to show you guys the T3 as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a T2 anyway, because that'll be handy to make. So let's go ahead and get ourselves... We'll go and get ourselves a T2 mech. So what does the T2 one take as well? The T2... Let's have a look. The T2 one, because we made this before. It's probably titanium. I'm guessing an oil. Titanium. Not much titanium, actually. Actually, that's really cheap. That is much cheaper than the T3. Like, that seems like almost nothing in comparison, which is fine by me. Okay, let's go and get these energy cells as well. We'll get these guys charged, because we are going to need to take these along to power our drills. So we'll go ahead and make sure that all of these have appropriate charge. You are actually fully charged already. Excellent. And then we can go ahead and start. So these guys are slowly but surely charging up. But yeah, I think we'll get a T2 mech, because it feels like the T2 mech was even faster than this T3. So yeah, a T2 mech is going to be... Right, let's go ahead and just click that. So, we need copper, titanium, oil, and iron. Okay, that's easy enough to get. So, we've got... let's get half of that. But yeah, now we've got all these boxes, it's making things a lot easier. So we need a little bit of iron. I probably need a couple of stacks of that. Copper, titanium, oil, iron. There we go. Titanium. There we go. And how's the stuff doing in here? Is this all done? Yeah, there we go. So titanium is done. Let's get ourselves a T2 mech as well. So T2 mech, we should have enough for... Oh, we need a little bit more iron. So it's a little bit more juicy in terms of iron costs, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and grab those, and then we should have enough now. Right, a T2 mech as well. So we can make all the mechs. There we go. T2 Mech. There we go. So I kind of want this to go. I kind of want this as a higher priority, but we're going to probably need to wait for these energy cells to be crafted up beforehand anyway. So that's okay. So I think what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to jump off camera just to wait until this stuff is all ready to go, and then we can go ahead and pick a spot to move to and see where we want to build our second place. So it's going to be pretty much this place is. I guess I will still use this place for just basic stuff, but I want a new base, essentially. I want to find a nice area to build, because this area is kind of hilly, and I either want to build, like, on top of a mountain. Oh, man, actually, that sounds like a really cool idea. I know there's a mountain somewhere around here. I want, like, a mountain with a flat area, and it looks like, actually, I-12 actually looks like a pretty good place we could build. That's near the desert as well. But then again, I also kind of want the mining station more secluded. So there's also the mountain at D13 as well. So that is to the west, isn't it? There's a mountain at D13. I could build on D13 and have a mountain base. You know what? I think that'd be pretty cool if we have a mountain. I want a mountain base. I really want a mountain base now. I think we're gonna have it. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to make a mountain base. There's nothing for it now. I've decided we are gonna make a mountain base. So let me continue faffing around, guys. I'm going to get all these energy cells charged as much as I can. And once these guys are ready, and once we've got ourselves our T2 mech, then I will come back and we can go ahead and move along and find a new spot to build. So let me go ahead and sort all this stuff out. And when I'm ready, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I am back. Now our T2 mech is also created, so I think what I want to do is I want to start protecting my mechs a little bit, and there are some things that we can craft for the mech, including some stealth modules and also some armor plates. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and try and craft myself some mech armor plates to use with our current existing mech, because that'd be really cool, and then we can keep it a little bit more protected, and that way if we start to get shot at, then we're not going to have to worry so much about that. So yeah, mech armor plates, I think it's going to be good. Now there's also a machine gun we could use, but I think there's another one that we can use, which is a rail gun, and we can actually craft that for the mech as well, and that can be used by T2 and T3 mechs. There's also a dual laser lance, but I think we would probably go for. I think we'll probably go for the railgun. So we're going to craft a load of armor for this mech. I don't know how much we're going to need. Let's actually have a look at the mech and see how much we need, because I want to essentially equip all of the armor to this guy that we can. So let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so how many armor slots do you have? So you have 3 slots for torso armor, 2 slots for each leg armor. So essentially we need 7 armor slots in total. So that's fine. So let's go crafting. We're going to go ahead and get some mech armor plates. They take like 35 seconds each to craft. Mech armor plates, there we go. So they're 35 seconds each. So that's actually quite expensive in terms of oil. I think we only get 1 of them as well. So we're going to need to get a little bit more oil to make this work. But if we can get 7 of these, that should be enough. I think I've got enough oil to make this work. Let's just have a look in my box up here. Oh yeah, I've got loads of it. Here we go. So I got loads of oil here to do that with. So we got 4. What do I need now? I need more iron, of course. Right, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more of that. So a bit more iron there. So crafting. 5, 6, 7. There we go. So we can get 7 of those. And then I think I want to get myself some modules for the mech as well as some weapons, of course. So in terms of modules, there is a stealth module, and which doesn't have a description, so I'm not really sure what that does. But then there's also a shield module. So again, I'm not really sure what they actually do. So I think what we'll probably do is get a couple of shield modules. Will be pretty cool. So they take gold, graphite, and copper. So that's not too bad actually. Those are quite cheap. So I will go ahead and get that. So let's go and find graphite. I did grab that right. I did, and then we've got copper in this one. So good thing I've been getting so many resources. That is always good. There you go. And I think it can take, how many technology modules can this thing have? Because if we can give it 3 shield modules, I think that'd be pretty good. So let's go ahead and look in this thing. Oh, I don't want to get inside it. I just want to look in him. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we've got, in terms of modules and things, there is 4 tech mods. Okay, that's fine. So we can equip 4 of these things. So I'm actually crafting green quality armor plates now. So those are moderate plates, which is awesome. So as our crafting skill is going up, we're actually crafting better things. And you can see my crafting skill is slowly going up here. You can see it's 9. I think it goes up to a max of 25. So as we raise this higher, it will actually give us essentially better quality stuff, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and install this one. Wait, there's a tech mod, so I've got to put it in here. So let's install some torso armor first. So we'll have the torso and the sides. There we go. We'll install that one as well. So that looks like it's installed. Okay, so I think that's working just fine. So we literally just need to wait. I don't know if that renders. I think it does actually. Yeah, the armor does actually render on the mech as well. Those little bits there. Yeah, it looks like it does actually render. That's pretty cool. I think it does anyway. It looks a bit different. I mean, at least I think it does. Let me see. Oh yeah, I can see it here on the sides here. So we've actually got some armor modules going on here as well. So the other thing then we'll get is some shield modules for the mech as well. So let's go ahead and do a few of those. So shield modules. Turk, what am I missing for the shield one? Or can I do it? I think I can do some shield modules. So we can get 4 of these. So if we go ahead, okay, can I get 2? What am I short on here? I am short on copper. So copper is actually the main drain in terms of this one. So let's go and get a little bit more here. Then we should be able to do 2 more shield modules. We can get all these equipped, and that'll be pretty good. So let's go ahead and do 4 shield modules total. They take a while to make, but that's okay. I'm happy just to, you know, hang around and get our mech upgraded, because this thing is going to be kind of like the carrier for all of our stuff. So I want to make sure that he has enough to be working with. So shield modules then, I believe, go into the tech module slots. So armor, though, we can go ahead and put in here as we craft it. So let's go ahead and do this one. We'll install the armor there, and that should be our mech a little bit more armed up. So yeah, I think he's getting some extra armor. I think it's these things here that are the armor plates. So these like kind of things with the white outlines is where the armor plating is, which is pretty cool. So he now has some torso armor. So the other thing we need to do is give him some it's the leg armor that's the main thing I'm thinking about that we need to give him. So we've got 2 left of these. So let's go ahead and get these shield modules. We can go and get these equipped while we are waiting. So okay, I kind of have to come and look at this angle here. Okay, so we can install the shield modules in this guy as well. So it looks like we just literally add it here and it'll install it. So I guess we can just install. I guess the more we install, the more it will generate on in terms of like shields and things. So yeah, you can actually see the armor rendering on the mech as well, which is really nice. I quite like that. So we can get a really good mech going here, which is it's gonna be cool, guys. It's gonna be awesome. So there's our 3rd shield module, and we literally just have the 1 to go. There we go. So there's our shield module. We got the 2 armor modules to go, and then we actually have our mech ready to go. So let's go ahead and not get inside it. I always get inside it when I intend to go to the inventory. Here we go. So we've got 2 more shield modules which can be installed here. There we go. We have another couple of armor plates as well to add. So let's go ahead and add one here. So let's do the left and the right thigh. There we go. So those guys are being installed. And then hopefully we should see the armor rendering on it. Oh yeah, here we go. Look, you can see these plates now on the thigh. I think that's the armor slot there. Those kind of plates that you can see. So yeah, the legs definitely look a little bit thicker now. That's pretty cool. So we got some there, and literally we have 2 more armor modules to go. And then once we got that done, we can then have a full-fledged mech, which is really cool. So it's going to take a while. Let's go render it on just one of the legs and see if we can see the difference from one side. We'll make a lopsided armored mech. Why the hell not? So let's go ahead and grab... Where's this guy? This one? Put him in there. Install that. There we go. So we should... I think we should see on one of them there should be more armor. I don't know if it's actually rendering. I'm not actually sure now I think about it. No, I'm not actually seeing any differences in the legs. So I guess some of it does and other parts don't. But still, I don't care. That's awesome. We got an armed up mech now, and it's looking pretty cool. So yeah, we got to take pride on our mechs, guys. We're spending all these resources to make them. We got to take pride in them and keep them protected as best we can. So here's the last one. Okay, last thing then I think we'll do is see if we can get ourselves some actual weapons for these things. So I think the railgun would be pretty good, and that just requires a bit of extra titanium, which we should have. So we should have a bit more titanium to make. Then we get 2 railguns on this thing, and I think that probably just takes energy from a cell. So that should be pretty good to get. So let's go and get 2 railguns. So crafting, mech, railgun. Here we go. So we'll get 1, 2. There we go. 2 railguns. And that should be pretty good. So they take a little bit of time to craft, but then we can go ahead and attach these to our mech, and it can be, I guess this could be like our scout attacker mech. So this guy over here is like our mining mech, because he has the mining lasers attached to him, although they are a little bit damaged, so I'll probably have to fix those somehow. But yeah, this guy is kind of more of our mining guy, but this guy is going to be what we go for mainly attacking. Pretty much like light battles will go in this guy, and then this guy over here, when we get this one fully equipped out, he will essentially have essentially much more power. I'm thinking this guy probably has a lot more health. So I'm guessing the T2 doesn't have much health, but the T3 has a ton of health, given how much resources it takes to craft it, which is cool. So can we go ahead and equip these railguns now? Here we go. So let's go ahead and... Can I look at this thing? Hold E. There we go. So we should have one of the railguns made now. There we go. So we're making green ones, which I'm happy with. So we'll go ahead and install that one. So it takes a few seconds to install it. There we go. So that's installed on one side. Then we literally have to wait for our last railgun to make. And then we can install that last one too. So we've pretty much got it. There we go. Let's go ahead and install this guy. Yeah, then we can have a fully decked out mech. Right, let's go and install this railgun here. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! There we go. We now have a railgun. Oh, look at this. Look at this thing, guys. Does that not look beast? That is looking badass, I tell you. Right, let's get inside this thing. Hang on. I just want to get inside. Hang on. Let me in. So if we go ahead and activate this guy. So railguns, I'm not sure what ammo they take. In terms of actual ammo, I'm not exactly sure what they take to run, but we now have railguns in the mech. Let's actually hang on, wait a minute, back in the pilot seat, deactivate it. So I'm not sure what ammo the railgun takes. It doesn't tell me. So it could be 7.62s. Let me attach some 7.62s into this guy as well. We'll see if the railgun actually fires them. Okay, so let's go half and half here, and then we'll get inside it again. Okay, so then we can activate this guy. Okay, well I'm seeing the targets showing up, but I'm not seeing the thing, so it doesn't look like it's the 7.62s. So I'm not exactly sure what they actually take to power. Interesting. It doesn't say what it takes either. So kind of a long shot there. I'm not exactly sure what I need to apply to it, which is fine. So let's go ahead and close this guy down for a second. Okay, so railguns, I'm not sure what it takes. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure exactly what ammo those things take. Because there are a few rounds. Let's have a look at the other rounds as well, because there's lots of different rounds we can craft for this thing. There's nail gun ammo. Railgun projectile. Here we go. That takes uranium, and it takes... Okay, so that just takes uranium and iron. We can get some railgun projectiles. Yeah, that's what it takes. So let's get 16 of those. Is that like one per? I think it probably is. Let's go and have a look. So railgun projectiles is what this thing takes. So we can get this loaded into our mech, and then we can go ahead and get started with that. So it is nighttime, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can go on the move and potentially start doing some awesome buildings. So let's go ahead and just put the spare resources we don't need away, and then we'll go ahead and essentially start building a new base. Because it's been a long time coming, guys, but you know I keep saying it. I keep saying I'll get round to it, and I get distracted by all these cool new toys. No, time now. The time is now. We're gonna build a new base. The time is now. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna swallow our pride, suck it up, and we're gonna build a new base. I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of like this base. I do kind of like it, but there you go. Actually, no, it does seem to craft more than one. Does it do? I'm guessing it's doing 3 at a time, or it's doing 5. Oh, it might be doing 5 at a time actually. Let's have a look. Railgun round. It is. It's doing like 5 at a time. Well, that is awesome. So that's pretty good. So in that case, then we'll load these into the mech when it's ready. This stuff can go in here. Right, let's get on our mech and go for a little explore and see what we want to set up on your base. So I've got all my building stuff with me that I would like. We may need to manufacture some more, but if I can get at least the floor in and some walls up around the area, that would be awesome. Let's go and actually turn our light on as well. Yeah, now that we got this this chest light, it's very, very useful, because then we can just go ahead and see much more clearly where we're going, even during the night, which is very nice, I have to say. Right, pilot this thing. So let's go ahead and add a light to this thing, and then we can go and activate. There we go. Yeah, this mech definitely feels faster than the T3. He definitely feels faster than the T3. So we are going to go and head then. I think up this mountain is going to be a really cool place to build, as long as it's, of course, not too close to someone else's base. Now, there is a base here with some stuff in, so maybe this is too close to someone's base. There's a few bases here, so I don't know if I want to build here, because I mean I don't want to intrude on their space, even though it would be pretty cool to have a mountain. See, there's someone's scout mech, so someone's built a little base here. Let's have a look and see if I can see anything in there. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like when they're offline, you don't see anything inside the base, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and make our way up this mountain here. I just want to see what is up here. So we're not going to get that good of a view, obviously, because it's nighttime. So I may wait till daytime to see. But I was thinking to build a base up here could be pretty awesome if I can get my mech up the top here, because then we can go ahead and use the mountaintop for our base. I just want to make sure that there is... Oh, my mech just literally fell down the mountain. That's hilarious. So maybe the mountain is not such a good idea then, because it seems that the mech can't traverse it so well. I mean, it'd be good for in terms of like purely defensive value. But yeah, other than that, it doesn't look like there's too much out here. So it looks like this is... I don't know whose base this is. This is probably Cage's base. I reckon this is Cage's. It looks like it's Cage's. It looks like the kind of thing he'd make. It probably isn't, and I'm just completely wrong. But it does look like the thing he would make. So I think what we're gonna do then is I think we need to find a decent place to build, which is kind of flat. And I don't know. I really like the look of the mountain areas. I really like the look of the mountain areas for a potential base build. I want to try and make it work, because I've seen some cool mountain bases that work, and I really want to try and make it work. So what we're going to do is I think we are going to go ahead and head out to a mountain area. And it feels really good just like traveling in this mech, because it does go a ton faster. It doesn't feel faster, but then when you actually compare it to walking speed, it is a ton faster. Definitely feels faster. I think it's like at least twice as fast, if not faster, which is really nice. So yeah, I wanna pick a good spot. So we're gonna go. I think there is like a little place in... I think it was I-12 that I wanted to build on. That big mountain right ahead. I don't know if you guys can see that. YouTube does darken it a little bit, but I don't know if you can see that. But that mountain there, that's kind of where I wanna. That's kind of where I'm thinking. That's kind of where I'm thinking. I think I want to go. Okay, let's watch out for these. Watch out for these bugs, because they will not hesitate to attack me if I get too near. So let's go over here, so we can go over this hill here, and essentially start climbing this mountain, and see if we can get a good spot. Now it is dark, so it's going to mean that I have to, traverse a little bit in the dark, but that's fine. So if we go ahead and come up here, does this... Okay, it looks like this drops down. So there is a way up to that mountain here. I mean, even up here actually might be pretty good. Just go ahead and build up here. I reckon up here could work kind of nicely, as long as I'm not too close to someone's base. Maybe this rock right here, if I can get my mech around it. Seems the T2 has a little bit of trouble getting around, but like on a big rock formation could be pretty cool as well. But I kind of just want to get my mech up here. Seems the T2 has a lot more trouble getting up the terrain than the T1. So yeah, the scout mech is definitely better for getting over terrain, but the T2 is faster on flatter terrain, which makes sense, right? So I can't get up that way. Let's try this way. Okay, maybe we'll have some more success this way. Now the other thing is I want to make sure there's loads of flat areas. There's like a big flat area here as well, so this is going to be pretty good. So what I think we'll do is we're actually going to go to this flat area first to make the main mining base. We're going to do it on the flatlands here, and then we'll go ahead. So the spire is probably that. Okay, the spire's that way. So we're going away from the desert over here. But I think this flatter area could be good for mining outposts, as long as it's not too close to anyone's base. I don't want to intrude on their bases. Yeah, I think this could be pretty good. So an area. What am I getting stuck on here? Seems my mech is getting stuck in a tree. There we go. Right, we got it out. So yeah, still early access. We're gonna get these things happening, which is fine. So yeah, where do I want this area? I want it in like a flattish area. Maybe over here would actually be pretty cool. I could go ahead and do it over here, because I think this is like a beach sort of area, or is it the sea? No, it's like a flat area here. So yeah, this actually seems pretty good, because then we got the cover of the rock here. Okay, I think our mountain base is gonna have to wait. I kind of want to do something over here, because it's a flatter area. Unless I can find anything better than this. The other thing I got to think about though is I am moving away from the desert by doing this too. And I don't necessarily know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, if I have a mining base back here, it's safer, but is it necessarily a good thing? I don't know. Well, it's getting light though, so that's allowing me to at least see what's going on. There's a few other cool little structures around here. There's also some more rock formations over here. Now I know someone's where is it? Someone set their base up in J8. I know there's something over there. I just want to see. There's a load of flat rocks actually at L12. Why don't we move to L12 as well? What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of land inspection. And I'm going to decide once and for all where I want to build this thing. So let me do a bit of land inspection, and then I will come back and we'll go ahead and start building this lovely base. And we'll see what we can do. I think I found the perfect spot for our new base. Right here. Because, as you can see, I am literally surrounded by rocks and things, which is really good. So what this means is potentially we could have our main base maybe up on the top of that cliff there, but the publicly accessible mining area we could have down here, which is going to be really cool. Or we could even have our base up on the top of the cliff there. So there's lots we can do. We could essentially wall this entire area off and just essentially stop anyone else but our faction from coming through. So I think this is probably what I want to do. I think I like the look of this area. So this area is nice and flat here, which can be perfect for our mining drills. So we can go ahead and get these guys laid down in a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of decide where I want the walls to be. I guess that's the first thing I'm going to do. So what we'll do is let's kind of scour the area a little bit. I'm going to just drop out my mech here. Let's just deactivate this guy for now. We're going to drop out. Now, he did take some damage because I went past a turret that was still activated. So, yeah, he has taken a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and make our way up here. So we can actually see the spire from here. I want to see what it's like up the top here and whether this area up here would be pretty good for base. Oh yeah, look at this. So it does look like people like on foot can still traverse this landscape, which is okay, I guess. But what we could do is we could even have a wall going all the way around the top of this this cliff area, and that way they wouldn't be able to get to it around the back, because that's the one disadvantage that we would have if we build down there. They would be able to go ahead and come around here, or we could even build our main base up here. Now let's have a look up here. I just want to see what kind of view we get, because I reckon this could be pretty good. So let's go and make our way up here if we can. Let's kind of jump it, cheese it a bit. And we can make access ramps for our mechs later on if we want to. So right up here is, let's have a look. So we get a good view of the spire this way. So this could be a good, this is actually a flattish area and could be a good lookout point. So this could be for where our main base actually goes. It's actually quite a big area as well. So I'm just trying to have a look and see what's down here. So what coordinate am I in right now? I am now in M11. Okay, so that's not too far away from the desert. It's probably about the same distance as it was before. So I'm just trying to have a look at the terrain around here and just to see where I probably want to do a base. Maybe actually up there would be good. So right on the top of that could be our main base, and then down there is our mining outpost where we have everything going for our faction. So there is one problem here, and that is this area here. This is like a pass-through area where people can go ahead and traverse. So the first thing I think we're going to do is we are going to stop traversal through this area by enemy faction, and we're going to make a wall which pretty much goes across this area. So it's going to be like a gate, so that way we can go ahead and stop anything from making its way through here, which I think is going to be pretty beneficial. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to block access this side. So I should have enough walls here to do that. So let's go and see. I think these walls are pretty large. Let's have a look. So yeah, they're pretty large walls, so I don't think we'll need too many of these, but I kind of want to block the access off here if we can. Let's actually do the gate first. We'll do the gate first, and then we can do the walls. So the gate, I swear I made a gate. Here we go. So the gate is this guy here. So the gate is going to be this guy. So let's put this guy somewhere. I guess we could build this guy. It's a bit hard to position it because of how it is. We could put one right here. And then we'll let that guy build. There we go. So now we're going to have a big-ass gate coming through here. And then we should be able to attach the walls to this guy. So I don't know how we can actually attach it. Can we use the G key to attach, maybe? Does G work in an attaching kind of way? I don't think it does. So we're going to have to kind of position this in such a way that we can attach it to the walls. I mean, even... Well, I guess they're going to be covered from the outside, so we probably want the walls to look inwards like this, so that would stop them from coming in here. So we kind of got to attach it a little bit oddly, but hopefully we can do maybe this. So we'll have a pass-through point here, so that'll attach a wall one side of the gate, like that, and then we can come around this side and we can do exactly the same on the other side and attach the wall to the other side. And then this will be a good way to essentially stop those little buggers from coming in from here and the other side as well, so that's going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and try and position this. So positioning is a little bit difficult, but it's the best option I have. Maybe I can come around this side and look at it from this angle and see. because I kind of want it to look nice. If we can get it looking good, that'd be handy. So I think round about this rotation would be good. Let's back up a bit. Try it there. Am I happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now essentially this will block off essentially access directly over the hill. So I'm going to go ahead and build another wall around here. So we're going to try and extend the wall out. I don't know if there's a way to make it so there's R to rotate. So that just kind of decides which way the wall is going to go. Okay, so I think we'll have... Actually, I kind of want the wall that way, didn't I? Having that bit pointing outwards. Okay, so we'll go ahead and attach this guy. Like right here, I guess? There we go. So we can essentially stop enemy factions from coming over these hills to get to the other side. And we're going to force them to walk the long route around. So this is kind of what I'm trying to think here. So we can go ahead and do one here. And then we can keep going with that. So yeah, this will essentially force them around the mountain. So this is going to be pretty cool. So we can go ahead and build these. I'm pretty glad we got these because these are actually quite big. So this will essentially defend. When my base is sat on the top of this thing, it will be able to defend the base up on the top as well. So we're going to go make sure they can't get through here. It's going to make the base a bit more overt, I guess, from anyone attacking from this side. So they will be able to see that there is something here. But they will hopefully not have as much luck getting through it, which is going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put maybe... Let's come out this way a little bit. Okay, should we put one here? Yeah, let's put one there. There we go. So put a wall there. And then we'll put... Oh, there's a... There's one of these alien guys here, isn't there? Right, is this guy... How much ammo have I got for this guy? Okay, I think these guys is... I think this guy will try and hunt me if I get close to him. Seems like... Yep! Yep, he's going to try and hunt me. Go on then. Right, let's get this guy down. Got him. Yeah, take that, sucker. Right, okay. Glad that we got him. And he actually has some research on him. Nice, we'll take that. Damn. Okay, that was a pretty good fight, though. So we got that guy out of the way. Make sure we kill these alien guys before they can actually hunt us. So yeah, I think I will need to build a lot more of these walls to kind of go around the edge. It's a little bit difficult to position them where I would like them. Let's go and rotate them. Yes, I kind of prefer the outwards looking variant of these walls. So I might need to come back up the mountain here and maybe do it from the top. That might be a bit easier for positioning purposes. So let's go and rotate like this. And then we'll put one... It's really hard to get this right into position where I want it. That's the only difficulty. Because that's going to be like off the ground, and I don't like the look of that particularly. So maybe we'll come around this way a little bit and see if we can attach it to this wall. So yeah, positioning in this game is not the easiest thing in the world, but we'll get it to run. There we go. So we can have one like there, and then we can have probably another one maybe down. Yeah, so you can see now that they're kind of, the wall is kind of coming off the ground here, and that doesn't look great. So we probably want to sort that a little bit. So we can go ahead and have it. Go ahead and have one last wall down here or something, just to make it look like it's attached to the ground a bit. There we go. So we can have a little wall here. Guess that will do right there. There we go. So a wall right there, just to stop these guys coming in the front and getting a surprise attack. So yeah, this is it's not quite as wrapped around the mountain as I would like it to be, but it's something. And then we can go ahead and maybe put one last wall facing inwards this way to stop them getting through here. So let's go ahead and rotate. So yes, as I said, it's definitely not going to be my best work, just trying to get used to the building. And obviously it's on hilly terrain as well, so the wall construction is not going to look stellar. But that's fine. Right, let's kind of try and come back here and position this one. So yeah, there's no... I wish there was like wall snapping that you could do. It seems like there is kind of a little bit, but yeah, I'd love to have like some kind of snap option to be able to do this a little bit better. Because yeah, it seems like you can only rotate it in a certain way to make it work. But that's cool. We can like fortify this entire mountain, and that will be in our faction, and that should be a pretty good base for me when we go to war. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool, because eventually there will be faction fights. So if we can do our part now to fortify this, I just hope another player isn't like sneaking up on behind me, because that would be rather sucky. So let's go ahead and do... Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of snapping to this wall, but I don't know. Okay, so one there. Is that going to be enough there? And I guess we can have one last one, maybe just on the side here. So we'll kind of hide it behind. kind of try and sneak it behind that wall there. So if I rotate it that way, we could potentially sneak it behind this wall if I do it carefully enough. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. Hang on, let me maybe come back behind here, and then we can do it from here. There we go. So we can have one. Let me come all the way back a bit. So yeah, I'm trying to look down to make it place down, but it kind of looks like it kind of looks like it uses your player's height as well. So you kind of have to, when I can't see it that clearly, I kind of have to approximate it. So I guess, okay, move forward a bit. Move forward a bit more. Nope. Back. Turn it. Okay, I guess about there. Okay, so let's just put it there. I guess about there would work. And now we've got a pretty good wall around this side. So this is like from the front side, we got a big wall, and then our base is essentially going to be on the top of this. So it should stop enemies just running up to the top, and we can also add some other stuff to stop them as well. So they may be able to get around over the gate, but it'll make it very difficult for mechs to. Yeah, I mean, mechs can't really traverse this terrain anyway, but it'll make it very difficult for them to be able to get around here and then through. So we're going to have another couple of walls. How many have I got left? I've got 19 walls left, so actually still quite a lot. So we're going to have a couple of walls on the other side as well, just so that we can block access to this area as well, just a bit. So just in case I do get through, it's going to still be a bit of a bottleneck, and it won't allow enemies to just, simply run up the mountainside. So let's go ahead, one here. Let's do one like here. So we'll kind of reinforce this mountain just a bit. I think we're going to need a lot more building materials to make this work, but that's fine. So we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty cool. Once this gateway's done, I think it's going to look rather cool. We can have some turrets here somewhere as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can make this look. Looking forward to how we can make this look nice. We'll see. So let's come back up here, and we can build one. Okay, maybe I got to come. Yeah, I probably have to look at it from down the mountain here. So all I need to do is essentially make it wrap around the mountain a little bit, and that should be all good to go then. So let me come back a bit so I can see. Don't want it taking over the gate room, but then again, I kind of want more of the wall on display. So we'll have one here. And then we shall have one right here. That'll do. Cool, so that now wraps around the mountain a little bit. Like, I don't know, I kind of like where it's kind of going into the mountain, and I think eventually, once we got all the walls that we want, I will probably, make this go all the way around. But yeah, we're gonna have like a base here. So essentially, what that will do is it now provides a gateway that people will have to come through if they want to get down this side. I mean, they can walk around it, but this at least will bottleneck it from this side. So this kind of protects that just a bit, which is awesome. So this guy here, we now need to set a password for. So I'm going to make this a publicly available password so that our faction can get through. So I will. Okay, what password do I want for this? It's going to have to be something that I'm going to remember to then give the faction. So let's go ahead and think of one. Okay, I'm just going to go and think of one, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now we got that part set up. I've set the password up there, and we can even see the walls from up there. So I'm now back down in this little section. So the next thing I want to do is make the actual mining outpost section of the base, which is then going to be used by our faction. So essentially, this is going to be where people can come to get all the resources that they need, which is going to be awesome. So this area down here is probably the flattest area that we could probably set our drills in. So I'm going to come down to like the most flat point. We're going to clear out all the resources here. This T3 mining tool, as you can see, is very quick, which is awesome. So yeah, T3 mining tool is great. We can go ahead and use that, and I'm going to go ahead and make this come out the way here. Just go and get all the rest of these bits of coal out the way, and then I should be able to pretty much set up all the mining drills around this area, which is going to be awesome. There's some copper there as well. What I probably need most is titanium, because I ran out of that so quickly, but that's okay. Eventually we'll be able to start making the mining heads and doing all that good stuff. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and clear all these rocks out the way. There we go, there's some iron there. So you can see just how quickly we're actually getting resources in with the T3 mining tool. Very, very impressive thing. So the next thing we're going to do then is we're going to get these drills, and we're going to actually put them down in this little area. And then I guess for now we're going to fence them off, and then later on we can go ahead and do what we need to. So where these drills are so big, it makes it a little bit difficult to kind of position it where I want. So let's see where I want to do this. I don't know if I can snap it to a particular thing with the G key, or if I just have to kind of look at the rotations a little bit. So let's have a look. So R should be used to rotate. Okay. Oh, hang on, that's gone really, really wacky. So yeah, so sometimes it goes a little bit wacky here. So I guess if I get a different drill out, that will rotate differently. There we go. So now I should be able to use the auto rotate, but for some reason it's not allowing me to do that for some reason. So it just was. It's saying there we go. So it does some. Okay, it looks like you have to look directly at the ground for it to rotate, and then I need to kind of come up and just see what it's doing. So let's go this way. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna put one drill. Okay. Oh man, this goes really weird sometimes when you're trying to position it. Okay, so we're gonna have one drill right here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do the same password as before, so that people can get resources from it. So this will be a publicly accessible drill, and people will be able to get all the resources they want from it. So I think 8 mining drills is a good start, but we might want to get more eventually. So let's go ahead and see if we can line these guys up a little bit, because it's very difficult to line. It's very difficult to line these up, like especially with such a big structure, because it kind of spawns really close to you. So it's a bit of a difficult one to get them aligned. But I'm sure we can do it if we plan this carefully. I'm sure we can. Just kind of looking at where the feet are. So actually, as long as we can get these 2 feet in line, that'd be fine. So yeah, it might not be perfect, but it'll be good enough, right? So there's the second one. There you go. That's that one. And then this one is going to be the same. There we go. So that is the new one. Cool. So these guys should be somewhat aligned. Kinda. They're not perfect, but they're kind of aligned. They're floating a little bit, but there you go. So it's the best we can do. The position in this game isn't the greatest, but there you go. It's all we can do here. So let's go ahead and do. So we kind of got to line these. Essentially, if we can line these 2 feet up, it's going to give us the best results. So let's go and put one there. And I'm assuming this is going to have the same password. Okay, maybe not. There we go. Unfortunately, the light feature does give a bit away about the password that I'm using. But there we go. There's not much I can do about that at the moment. So we've got 3 drills. Let's go ahead and have another one. So we've got drill number 4. Right, let's try and line this guy. So I kind of want 2 rows of drills here. So let's go ahead and try and align this guy up with the first one. So your leg is going to go here. Okay, can you go in the ground a bit? There we go. There we go. And then we can do the same here. There we go. So there we go. So those are these 4. They're kind of lined up. They're not like perfectly aligned, but they're lined up enough to be, I guess, somewhat usable. Cool. So there's those first 4 done. Let's go ahead and put the next 4 down. So let's go and shift click these onto the hotbar, and then we're gonna pretty much do the same, but go, I guess, the other way. So can we rotate these around a bit? Okay. So this is the way I want it to go now, I believe. Or maybe not, actually. No, now I'm looking at it, I think I need it to go the other way. Are we now going the right way? There we go, now we're going the right way. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of line the body up here, and then once we got that body lined up, we should be good to go ahead and position this thing down. There we go. So we've got another drill there. There you go. So this is going to take a lot of power to make it run. Sorry. Hang on a minute. Let me get this password right as well. So lots of passwording. There we go. Save that guy. Okay. But all these drills should be, once we get some protection around them, they should be pretty safe. So let's go ahead and do. So is this one still pointing the right way? I think so. I think they actually remember the direction they point, which is handy. So now we just got to go ahead and align the feet up on this one. There we go. So hopefully these are going to be somewhat in line. Probably not, but yeah, it's not going to be exactly symmetrical, but there you go. I'll try and, yeah, the rotation's a little bit off in that one, but that is fine. Actually, it doesn't look like these are even aligned up anyway. Now the rotation's actually very different on those 2. That's fine. So the first one has some different rotations. Okay, it doesn't really matter. We'll just set them up anyway. All right. I'm no longer concerned about symmetry. I thought they were all in line, but I guess not. There we go. So set the password for that one. I don't know if I did it for the other one. So we'll set that one. Let's just run over to this guy and make sure he's set as well. No, he is not. There we go, we can set him. There we go, he is set, and then the last one can go over here. There we go, we can put this last guy in here. So the mining outpost is getting started, which is awesome. We need to actually, get some power for it as well. But for now, we'll line that guy up there, and there is the last mining drill. So these four are kind of in line, it's just that one right at the end that's not quite there. So that's fine. So let's get this one in. There we go. So password is now in for these drills. So these guys are now ready to go. So what we need to do is provide them with power, and they should be good. So the next thing I want to do is get the walls around these things, just so they're not so publicly accessible. I need another gate, ideally, to make this work. So what I probably should do is go back and get myself another gate, and then put the walls in. Because otherwise I'm not going to know what the width of the gate... I think the width of the gate is the equivalent to a width of the wall, but I kind of want to make sure that they are equivalent. So I think what we're going to have to do is... Okay, so my current coordinate now is M12, and we are in F13. We've actually travelled a really long way to get to this area. So it's not the most accessible area, but that's also a good thing, because then the enemy faction aren't really going to expect that we're over here, which is a handy feature too. So that's always good. So yeah, all we need to do is just find our mining drills and we're good. So we're going to go and head back to our base. I'm going to craft a few more bits. I was kind of hoping we'd have everything we need, but we do not. So I'll need to craft a few more pieces here, but that's fine. So let's drop back on our mech and we'll go ahead and get some more stuff. So let me go ahead and make my way back to base on our lovely mech. And then once I've got everything I need, I'll come right back and we can continue building the mining outpost area for our faction. So let's go ahead and make our way back, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, I'm back at base, and considering I found some research, I thought we'd just go ahead and really quickly do some, just to see if there's any new recipes we could learn, because we killed that alien, and look, there is actually a new one we can learn, the heavy armor gloves. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that one, and learn the new recipe. Let's go and check this one. Looks like we know everything in that one, so I will go ahead and let's try an LMG turret for that one. We can give that to someone who needs the research. We've also got, what we got here? We've got a heavy duty energy cell. I guess we can give someone this as well. And the last bit of research we had here is for a heavy duty mining tool. I guess we'll take that one as well. We'll try and take the ones that give 100%, and then we can go ahead and chuck all these guys in here. So anyone who wants access to my research can literally just come in here and do that. So let's go ahead and right click on this guy, and then, or left click on this guy, sorry. We should be able to learn it, I think. Hang on a minute. That is heavy glove dataset. Why are you not letting me? Do I know you already? Okay, I think I actually already know it. In that case, I will go ahead and just store this guy away as well. Okay, so I've got another perimeter gate, and I think I'm going to bring along some stuff to craft a few other bits and bobs, including I want to see... Actually, we could actually craft it here, because I probably have all the stuff I need. I want to see if I can craft myself a nuclear reactor. So let's go ahead and see how I do that. So let's go if I guess go and type in, whenever you press E in this, it kind of takes you out of it. So that does require gold, copper. Yeah, we should make a nuclear reactor, because that'd be pretty good to then power to power all the stuff we're going to need to charge for the drills. So the nuclear reactor takes, hold on a minute, that takes some of this. I think it was gold and copper. So let's go ahead and get some gold. And let's go ahead and get some copper. We'll craft a nuclear reactor as well. I want to see how big this thing is, and then we can probably have this thing be used to charge the drills. We can have like a private area somewhere as well. So I'm missing a little bit more copper, so we need quite a lot of copper, but that's not, 4,000 is not really that big of an ask, considering we've already got quite a bit of it anyway, so that's always good. So nuclear reactor we can go ahead and craft. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we should be able to craft one of those. Yeah, so craft one of those. That will probably take a little while. That takes like a whole 2 minutes to craft, but using enriched uranium to produce 1,000 kilowatts of energy. So the other thing we could do then is let's look at the enriched uranium. So enriched uranium looks like it just takes 12 regular uranium to make 1 enriched uranium. So it's kind of a big ask, but there you go. Let's see if we can just craft it directly. we craft it directly? I think we can. So yeah, we can just essentially go ahead and do that. So I should be able to get about 300 enriched uranium from this. Not quite. Okay, 200. Now I think about it. Yeah, 200 should be doable at 2400. Can I get like 240? 2880. I could probably get maybe 200 and maybe 250. Let's just go up here now. 200. 249. Okay, so we can craft 249 of those. That takes 300 seconds to craft. That's like a really long craft time. But hopefully that actually powers the hopefully that actually powers it for a long time. Because if we can craft some enriched uranium and get a nuclear reactor down, that will probably charge up the stuff really, really quickly as well. So that's always handy. So we should now have a nuclear reactor coming out of here somewhere. Where are you? Is this the one? Nuclear reactor? I think that might be the one. Let's see. That is the nuclear reactor. How big is this thing? I want to see just how big this thing is. I guess it's pretty huge. You know, it's not actually that big. That's like one cell space worth of size. That's not actually too bad. So the other thing we can get then is some the laser smelting furnaces as well, because that would be good to have. So laser smelting furnace, these guys. So I'll make them on here just because, you know, we may as well. So that uses 300 kilowatt hours of energy. So we can probably get 3 of these. So we could probably do that. Okay, we need more copper, and we're going to need probably more titanium as well. Okay, so we'll have a look here. Let's get a bit more copper, and we should be able to craft a few of these. So then we can go ahead and make like a smelting area as well for the people using our stuff, which is pretty cool. So then we can upgrade it once, and then we of course need titanium. I think we might actually be out of that now. Let's have that. Oh no, we have a little bit left. We have a little bit left. We're not out of the woods yet. Okay, and this light is coming on again. There we go. So now we can do one more. There we go, and that should be enough then for what we need to do. So let's go and check our drill as well. I just want to see how much this has harvested now. So this has not harvested anything because the drill head's actually out. Okay, so that's something. I didn't realize that. So our drill head's actually out. Our mech is like dancing here. This guy's awesome. He's just like having a bit of a dance. So yeah, not sure what's going on with the railgun side of things, because I was kind of hoping I could use it to attack, but it doesn't look like I can. Okay. There you go. Let's stop this guy dancing. There we go. Now he's no longer dancing. He is a miserable mech now. He's not dancing. So yeah, I'm not sure what we can do about the mech's attack, because I'm not sure what the railgun actually takes, which is kind of sucky. But there you go. So we got now one of these. I need to make wait for all 3 of these to craft, and then we can go ahead essentially and build the rest of our base, which is going to be really, really cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we've got a T2 mech, a T3 mech. So we've got all 3 types of mech now, which is really nice. So if we can go ahead and get the rest of this mining base built, I'll be very, very happy. I want to see what more of those perimeter walls take as well, because I would be interested in getting myself more of those. So let me have a look and see what they take. So small gateways, I think it's the perimeter. It's probably one of these that I can't craft. Oh no, it looks like I can craft whatever it is. So where is it? Because I know it's here somewhere, and I want to see if I can craft more of them. Has a small gateway. No, it's not that. It is... Where are you? No, you're right at the top. This thing, perimeter, no, not perimeter gate. Perimeter wall, here we go. So what does that take? So that only takes iron. It takes a lot of iron, but it only takes iron. So I think what we're going to do is craft a load more perimeter walls as well, because that would be very handy. So I'm using up nearly all my resources to craft this, but I think this is going to be, if we can get this to work, it's going to be really, really nice. It's going to be one of those really cool things to have. So perimeter walls are going to take this, and then feldspar as well, which should be... We should have a bit in here anyway. Okay, I think I'm actually out of feldspar. Wow. Okay, so perimeter walls, we can go ahead and craft those. So that should be enough then to go ahead and build what we like. So perimeter wall, where is that? That's up the top here, isn't it? So how many of these can I get now? Okay, so not many, like 7. That's not much, and it takes 10 seconds to craft, which is fine. But here is our other stuff that I wanted to take with me. So we've got these things. And then we also have more perimeter walls coming out of here as well. So that means we can go ahead and, you know, use these a little bit more in abundance as well, which is good. It's another energy cell there that I built. But yeah, we're overall doing, I think, pretty well with getting all this stuff together. So I think feldspar is actually one of the things I need to worry about. The other thing I need to do is make the drill heads as well. So that is probably under, I think it's under these ones, basic mining head. I probably need a load of these. So that just takes iron and copper, which isn't so bad. So we can probably craft a few of those. And that'll be fine. So let's get some Yeah, I'd say we should get some basic mining heads as well, just to take for our drills, and then we can get those loaded in at least. So that'd be good. So how many can I carry on me? I can carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll get 6 basic mining heads for now, because these things don't stack, unfortunately. So craft now. Oh, do they do? Oh, they do like straight away. Okay, that's actually really quick then. 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's actually like, even though it says 10 seconds to craft, that actually crafts a lot quicker than 10 seconds, which is nice. There we go, 6, and I guess I can get one more, 7. There you go. So one more of those. Take that with me. We are all good. Right, so now I think I should have everything I need to make this work. But guys, I think we're at a pretty good point to go ahead and end off the episode. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way back on this mech, and I'm going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of base building, and in the next episode we can go ahead and continue from where we left off. Hopefully no one's going to discover all these drills and, you know, get into them, but I will try and record the next episode in close proximity to this one so that we don't have to worry so much about break-ins. I think if I leave it a few hours it should be okay. But we will see. I know it's a little bit out there, so we've got to be a little bit careful. But I'm going to go ahead and end off, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm getting caught in a tree again. And I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, bye!